the extreme. I like shock value. I like things that slap people in the face and wake them up. A miracle that I wasn't home. They don't like what they get. That's what makes it.
From the electrifying riffs of Jane's Addiction to the mysterious world of reality TV on Ink Master, Dave Navarro has been an enigmatic figure in the music and entertainment industry for decades. But what really goes on behind the scenes of this rock legend's life? Stick around to the end to find out a secret about Navarro that might leave you in shock. American guitarist, singer, and songwriter Dave Navarro has a $20 million fortune. Although he is most known for being a member of the rock band Jane's Addiction, he has previously been an essential part of many other groups. His second most well-known band, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, also requested him to contribute to one of their albums. He also worked on the musical projects Deconstruction and The Panic Channel. In addition to these two bands, Dave has released just one solo record. In addition to his musical career, Dave has had great success as an actor and as a broadcaster. Moreover, he's arguably best recognized for his appearances on the television program Ink Master when it comes to his television work. Dave Navarro is regarded by many as one of the best guitarists of the modern period, and he's noted for fusing a variety of musical genres in his guitar playing. Additionally, Dave has endorsed a variety of political candidates, both Republican and Democratic, such as Tulsi Gabbard and Mitt Romney. Hence, he identifies himself as a libertarian. In his lifetime, Dave Navarro has been married 3 times in total. In 1990, he wed makeup artist Tanya Goddard-Saylor in his first marriage. However, 2 years later, they separated. Navarro remarried in 1994 to Rian Gittins. However, their union was eventually declared null and void. Possibly his most illustrious union was with actress and model Carmen Electra. After getting married in 2003, they divorced in 2007. Seems like Dave enjoys his single life and wishes to do stuff on his own. Are you such a person who is independent and wants to do things on your own? He is quite distinctive on the surface if you only take a look at his tattoos, groomed beard, and impeccable sense of style. He's of course no slouch musically either, being hailed as one of alternative rock's first true guitar heroes. However, his life was not as colourful as we see. He went through a lot of tragedies despite his success. Dave Navarro had perhaps the worst tragedy of his life when he was just 15 years old. According to NME, Constance Colleen Hopkins, his mother, was shot dead in West Los Angeles in March 1983 by her ex-boyfriend John Riccardi. After the murder was highlighted on America's Most Wanted in 1991, the murderer spent nearly 10 years on the run before being apprehended thanks to a fan tip. Riccardi was first given a death sentence, but the judgment was eventually overturned due to problems with the jury selection procedure. He was then given a new sentence of life in prison without the chance of parole. However, do you know what was even more tragic? The young Navarro was meant to spend the murderous night with his mother. In 2004, he said on America's Most Wanted that choosing to spend the night at his father's house was a decision that attributed to divine intervention and most likely saved his life. The fact that he continues to battle the media over the issue, though, is less divine. For instance, Geraldo Rivera's Murder in the Family incorrectly claimed that Navarro had discovered the body and began using drugs shortly after in an episode of that case that aired in 2018. Dave has still not recovered from his traumatic childhood. He does not hold back when discussing his issues with mental health, since he believes that doing so will benefit others going through a similar circumstance. He really does know the subject, which is unfortunate because the recollections are gloomy and it can be an easy subject to discuss. The musician has reportedly visited the depths of the human mind. After Anthony Bourdain and Kate Spade committed themselves in 2018, Navarro was inspired to publish an Instagram post of his own unsettlingly close experience with death. Additionally, when things became very bad, he composed a suicide note, stocked up on drugs, and made plans on how to give his possessions to his family. However, he made one final attempt to contact his loved ones, which was sufficient to stop him and seek aid. Thankfully, he was able to retreat from that scary area. The story doesn't end there. Dave Navarro had a drug habit for so long that Jane's Addiction could have easily been renamed Dave's Addiction. Although Navarro has claimed on Instagram that he was well on his way to drug addiction even before this particular tragedy, Detox to Rehab claims that the guitar player's preferred drugs were heroin and cocaine. His drug addiction wasn't exactly treated by the lingering trauma, fear, and loss the murder of his mother caused. Navarro's 2015 film Morning Sun made no excuses for his addiction and even included a horrific video of his earlier drug use. Fortunately, he was leading a much better lifestyle by the time the documentary was released. He claims to have been entirely clean and sober since 2012, having ceased taking cocaine and heroin in the late 1990s, as well as all intravenous use somewhat about 2020. To keep up with his mental health, Navarro had a habit of working out. Celebrities receive a lot of attention, therefore in order to appear nice to the paparazzi, they need to eat well and exercise regularly. Give us their diet and exercise plans instead of the scandals and the love triangle drama. We've done the research and pass it along to you because celebs have the advantage of working with costly trainers and nutritionists to be red carpet ready. Dave Navarro is the star of this attention-getting celebrity workout. He's well known for his rocker lifestyle and intense music. Navarro has acknowledged trading in his drug addiction for a gym addiction, and the paparazzi frequently catch him leaving the gym. Dave has been known to work for 2 hours straight while working hard. However, he has stated in numerous interviews that he enjoys his addictive personality as long as it is not chemical, and in the case of his fitness addiction, it is actually good for his health and undoing the years of harm he caused with his drug addiction. It would be a gross understatement to say that Dave Navarro's entry as Jane Addiction's guitarist was explosive. With its anti-corporate stance and raw sound, Jane's Addiction was dubbed a stink bomb by Guitar World that knocked the arrogant hair metal bands that dominated late 1980s radios off their pedestals. Moreover, it also acted as a forerunner for grunge. But before they self-destructed, they blazed bright and quickly, only putting out 2 studio albums. The band disbanded in 1991 after a shroud of interpersonal and drug-related problems brought on by their rigorous travelling schedule. Navarro and lead singer Perry Farrell, the group's 2 most prominent members, are still at odds about the root of the group's demise. Since everyone kept discrediting his ideas, Farrell believes the split was based on emotional reasons, because he felt his creative spirit was running into a brick wall. Contrarily, Navarro believes that Farrell's aggressive personality caused the band's demise, the group heavy's drug usage, and the fact that they never even attempted to discuss their issues. Although Dave Navarro has played in a number of well-known bands, there are rumours that a bigger band once pursued him for the guitarist position. The allegations that Navarro once came close to joining Guns N' Roses were addressed in an interview he gave for the Talking Metal podcast in 2010. According to Navarro, when Izzy Stradlin departed the band in 1991, Axl Rose reportedly called Navarro to offer him a spot in the group, but this never materialised. Navarro said that there were a number of reasons why he was ultimately rejected from the jungle, but his severe heroin addiction at the time was the main offender. Scott Weiland, 48, a singer with Velvet Revolver and Stone Temple Pilots, passed away in his sleep in 2015. Dave Navarro, leading the inevitable outpouring of condolences for the frontman, may first seem strange, but as Alternative Nation points out, the two were close friends. In 2018, Dave Navarro shared a snapshot of an unfinished letter that Weiland had previously started writing to him on Instagram, showing that he still has Weiland dear to his heart. Dave, my only real concern for you is that has how it started. Sadly, after just a few sentences, the text ends suddenly. But Navarro will undoubtedly never forget his friendship. So what do you think of Navarro? Was he able to achieve what he deserves? Of course, the situations were quite hard for him, which led him to drug addiction. Let's hope he will come back as a phoenix bird. From the iconic guitar riffs that took the world by storm to a life filled with unimaginable ups and downs, Dave Navarro's journey is nothing short of mesmerizing. Before you go, make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this deep dive into Dave Navarro's life and net worth. And we're cautious, what's the most surprising thing you learned about him today? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time. Join our community and be the first to get update on the rock world's untold stories. Until next time, keep rocking!